guys, welcome back to His Daughter, His Queen, where my heart is to help us wives fulfill our roles according to God's word and to empower our husbands as the head of our households. So I just wanted to stop with you and stop with you guys. That ain't what I meant to say. What I meant to say is I wanted to stop in and talk to you guys real quick about finances. OMY. This is so important, and for some reason, like, people don't talk about it and they don't teach us about it. Anyway, hey, so if you're dating, I'm gonna specifically talk to the single people right now. If you are single and you are dating, honey, I'm gonna need you to talk about finances with any prospects. Yeah, them. That could, you might be like, hey, I might want to marry. I'm gonna need you to talk about finances because that is so very important. There's so many people that do not do that, and they say that most marriages end because of finances. Well, it's probably because you don't talk about it and you don't know where they're at before you agree to marry them, and so therefore you marry them, and now what? Yes, okay, so when you're dating, you should talk about finances. You should talk about credit score. You should talk about debt. I think that a lot of people do not realize that once you get married, that you are taking on the good and bad, like the debt, the the good, like if they have lots of money, or honey, like you are accepting all of that, right? So this is, in my opinion, when you took vows, you're saying, my one, your one, become one, right? So I am accepting all of you, you're accepting all of me. We are not you and me, it's a we in all areas of our lives. I'm not saying that people don't have separate lives. Physically, we are obviously very separate. But I do believe that in marriage you combine everything, including finances. This was hard for me because in my previous marriages and in my singleness, I was in charge of my finances at all time. I never knew about credit scores until I was older. But once I figured it out, I mastered it. I built my credit. I try to pay off any debt that I have. I do not like debt. I do not like credit cards. I mean, I have credit cards. I do not like to keep a reoccurring amount on them. I like to pay them off and be done with them. The great thing about my husband when we got married is, actually in this area, we are very like-minded. Except for sometimes he don't mind having a little balance, but he makes sure that mine are paid off. And yes, we have separate credit cards because, like, for example, I have an Amazon that he does not have. He has access to, he does not have. He has a credit card that I have access to, I do not use. It's just, that's the card he uses. I use my Amazon card, but it's ours, it's our bill. So swiping it all at the end of the day, like the debt owed, that's mine. I'm sorry if the air conditioner is loud, if you hear it click on or whatever. But like, it's ours, it's our money. I get a paycheck every week, he gets a paycheck every week. It goes into our account, it is our money. If he got paid and I did not, his money is my money. If I got paid, he did not, my money is his money. Our money is our money in all circumstances. If I get a bonus, it's his bonus. If he gets a bonus, it's my bonus. Our money is our money. And we figure out how we're going to distribute it. Now, there are times that he's like, hey, I want to do this. Excuse me, vice versa. Hey, let's pay off this. Let's purchase this. Let's plan to purchase this. Like, we sit down and we talk about big purchases. We don't go out and shop without one another, except for Christmas time. And then, even then, we have a limit, a preset limit of what we're gonna spend. And it's a respect thing. Like, it is like I said, it's our money. I don't just go shopping without talking with him, I used to do this. I used to be like, hey, I'm gonna go, can I go and buy this? Can I go? And then I've learned our language has changed a little bit. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go and spend this. But when I say that, it is always like $50 or less. It could be $100. He's never told me no, but it's just something like I don't usually go and just swipe a card again unless it's something that we have talked about beforehand, and then that's different. Or I'm going to go out and eat. I do say sometimes like which card to use, because most time he'll tell me to use my bank card because I don't like adding stuff to the credit card. But he knows what he's gonna do and how he wants to do it. So he says, sometimes he's like, hey, use your Amazon card or use whatever credit card. So I am very thankful that he does very well with our finances, that we are not in a lot of debt. He works very hard to pay off anything we have, and we try to pay things very quickly. I don't like to pay interest. I don't like to give anybody money for free. No. But anyway, so the mindset of money, it should be our money. I hear so many people like, you know, they have this secret stash, and they have, it's just like the mindset is that I don't trust you, so I have to put a little bit aside. And that breaks my heart in marriage. And I'm gonna say I understand, because I have been there before when I had financially irresponsible partners. But at the end of the day, that was my fault, because I didn't do my due diligence in knowing them fully before marriage, and understanding, hey, that's where they're at financially. Hey, that's how they think financially. And so therefore, I ended up, you know, holding the short end of the stick. But again, that was my fault. I own that. Now I can't say that, because I learned better. I did better. And my husband now is, like I said, amazing with our finances, and he has taken a weight off of me. Like, I don't pay the bills, I don't do, he does it all, and I'm so very thankful for that. And I do understand that, like, he may say, hey, I'm gonna go to the bank, you want cash? He'll give me cash, or he'll say, hey, I went to the bank, I got this much cash, you want some? And sometimes I just like stockpile it in my purse. And then other times I'm just like spending it. And so I may end up with a stash that way, but it's not something that if he needed cash, he couldn't go in my purse and get. You know what I mean? Like, I think that when we keep things to ourselves, and it's like, this is mine and that's yours, like, how can you be one if you're so separate? You understand what I'm saying? Like, be one, be unified in all things. If you're not good with finances, hey, let's find somebody to help us in our finances. Or, you know, let's sit down and come up with a budget for, you know, our monthly bills, and for fun things, and going out to eat, and all of that. Like, there's so many tools out there that can help you to be financially better, but you have to make the decision to do so. And so I will say that I disagree with separate bank accounts unless it's something that you and your husband agree on. Now, if there's people, if you have your separate money, if that's what you and your husband agree on, I guess that's between y'all. Just like prenups, I don't agree with them unless it's to protect an inheritance, like as far as something that's been in your family, land, or something like that you're gonna pass on to, say like in my situation, if I had land that was in my family from generation to generation that I'm going to pass on to my children, when my two children are not biologically his, so I would say, hey, I want to protect that so that they can have that I understand. But anything else, nope. If it's mine, it's yours. And like, we have to trust one another, just like I trust you with my spirit, just like I trust you with my body, I trust you with my finances. And that's hard, ladies, I know, but it's truth. It's something that if you don't do, you should work on doing. Yep, because it's y'all's. The good, bad, and ugly. The plethora of money, or the plethora of debt. Like, it's all yours. Take it or leave it. It is what it is. Yeah. So that's it. I hope this helped somebody. I'm pretty sure I may not get many great comments back on this one, but it's okay. Truth is truth, and I don't believe that we should have separate things and hide things from one another. Again, if it's something that you two agree upon in separate accounts, because we have multiple accounts, but he has access to all of them, so do I. But I say to each his own. But at the end of the day, you want to be on one accord. You want to walk in unity with your husband, even in finances. So my advice is to get on one accord, walk in unity, and be blessed in all areas of your life. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you guys next week. Bye.